Hi guys, I'm Changez Asad and welcome to my show TGIF Talks with Changez. Today I have with me an interesting guest and a very interesting topic. Give it up for Mehrunissa. She's a student at LSE in political sciences. Assalamu alaikum, how are you?
Assalamu alaikum, how are you? I'm fine.
I'm good. How's it going these days?
It's fine. What about you? What are you up to?
Not that well. I've had fever for 2 weeks now for no apparent reason. So let's dive straight into our topic, messaging politics. So basically nowadays, phone calls are completely redundant. You don't have phone calls like previously, 2000s. Even till the 2000s, you had phone calls, but now everybody is using these messaging platforms. Like every social media app has its own messaging service. So that has actually created a huge political game because phone calls were really simple. There weren't any politics like leaving people on red, ghosting people. Like how can you do that in a phone call? Nowadays, Gen Z gets irritated when you call them. They're like, just leave a text. What about you? Do you prefer phone calls?
No, I disagree. I prefer phone calls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's rather bizarre for Gen Z. That's a millennial thing to say.
It's different when I call my best friend at night and we're debriefing with everything.
Yeah. But you know, it might not always be your best friend. Sometimes it's going to be a colleague. Sometimes it's going to be anyone. So people just prefer just leave a text. WhatsApp is the most commonly used service for messaging. Do you think you could live without WhatsApp?
Yes, I can, because now every other application has their own messaging section.
Yeah, but WhatsApp is universal. Everyone's on WhatsApp, from an 8-year-old to an 80-year-old to your grandparents to even staff. Like, WhatsApp is universal. You can use it to approach anyone. Personally, for me, I'm more active on Instagram. Which platform are you most active on?
Okay, I'm most active on WhatsApp.
What?
Yes.
Hypocrisy. So, about Instagram, are you on Instagram? I know it's a dumb question, but still.
Yes, I'm on Instagram.
Oh, okay. Public or private?
I have a private account as well as a public account.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, does that mean you're an influencer?
Not really. It's like I like to treat my public account as a virtual journal.
Oh, that's nice. You could have that private as well, though, but that's not the point. The point is that I don't really think there's anyone nowadays who doesn't have social media. So, Instagram messaging services, what other apps are there? Does Twitter have a messaging service?
I'm not sure. I'm not really active on Twitter.
Oh, okay. I think it must. It must. Threads has one.
LinkedIn has one.
Every social media app has a messaging service. So that has actually led to a lot of complication. Because, for example, you delete a message on WhatsApp, it's going to notify the other person. But you delete it on Instagram, it's not going to notify. Does that disturb you?
I mean, I get to be sneaky with it when I'm using Instagram. But then when I'm using WhatsApp, then that's a problem.
Do you use Instagram for messaging?
Okay, rarely. Now I'm more inclined towards using WhatsApp.
Okay.
Which is contradicting to the statement I made a few minutes ago.
Okay, but why do you think phone calls have become so unfavorable?
I mean, it gives you time to think about your answer. Like,
what do you need to think about? You're not going in for a takreer.
True, but you may be able to put things in a better way.
So which do you think is worse, being ghosted or left on red? Personally, for me, I'm just going to give mine first because you have quite some talking to do right now. But I think it's worse to be ghosted. Reason being because, look, I know that you've not spent 2 days without your phone. I know that you're ghosting me. When you've left me on red, it's good because you've had the guts to tell me that you don't want to speak to me. What about you?
I think there's a different dimension to this now because you can turn off your red receipt. So you don't really know if the other person is ghosting you.
We're just gonna get to that.
Okay.
Yeah, people nowadays do have red receipts turned off. And I don't really get it because who are you hiding from? Like, aapka phone hai, aapki zindagi, aapki marzi hai. You don't owe anybody an explanation. Why didn't you reply? It's your life, right?
No, well, if I don't reply to my friend, they will bombard me with text. Reply. You've seen my message, and I will get emotionally blackmailed by them as well.
But you must have some sort of chemistry with your friend. You don't really need to think and draft a monologue in your head before texting.
Okay, so what if it's not a friend? It's a really annoying acquaintance that I have.
Everyone has those.
Yeah.
I think you should just block such people.
No, I don't think so.
But you see, the thing is that people never detach from their phones. They're eating with their phones, sleeping with their phones. So even if you've turned off your read receipts, the other person is going to know you're ghosting them. Like, people do gaslight themselves into thinking, okay, no, he's not ghosting me. But no, you don't gaslight yourself. You accept the reality. What about you? Do you, like, if someone's ghosted you, are you gonna, is that person cancelled? Or are you gonna come up with a reason in your head for why they're doing it?
If my friend is ghosting me,
yeah.
If it's a close friend, I'll reach out. I'll shoot them.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'll shoot them a text. Or I'll check up on them if they're not replying.
Yeah, because the thing is that nowadays it's become so political that if there's someone who usually replies and they don't reply, you're like, "Usse kuch hota nahi gaya? Zinda hai?"
Yes.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe the police knocks at your door.
Your friend's been missing.
Yeah. Okay, but I'm a very straightforward person. I don't appreciate things like ghosting or leaving me on red. If you don't want to talk to me, come to my face and say it. Straight up come and tell me you don't want to talk to me. ये क्या आप उस red receipt के पीछे छुप रहे हैं, ghost कर रहे हैं? What is this? Or block me. I don't care. I don't need you.
Okay, what if that person's busy at that time?
But that's genuine. But that doesn't happen all the time. Like, if I'm sending someone a message and they're habitually taking 2 days to reply, what do you think about that?
What if they're just busy?
It's rude, for God's sake.
What if they're just busy?
But they're not just busy.
But what
we
if
know
they're
how busy you are.
What if they're a college student drowning in assignments?
Yeah, that's valid, but not all the time, 365 days a year.
Okay, but you just said, what if they're not responding in 2 days?
Yeah, but those who are habitually don't do that.
Okay, then that's a problem.
Yeah. And it's also quite popular trend nowadays. Last seen, online status, all of that stuff is turned off.
Do you have your last seen and your online status turned off?
No, are you guilty of it?
Yes,
oh my
I am.
God. Yeah. Most of the people whom you're texting, do they have it turned on or is it off?
No, it's off.
Why do you think they do this? I think it's a political move. I think it's quite shady. Politicians do this.
Oh my God, you're calling me shady.
No, not that. Okay, it's once again, it's your personal choice. Yeah.
So it's their personal choice.
Yeah, but so now let's talk about emojis.
Okay.
Everybody's using emojis. They've like become I don't really know how to explain this because, for example, there's one crying emoji, but it has a million meanings.
Yeah.
I don't really find it annoying. Like, I also use emojis. But those who are sending a million emojis in the same text, don't you find that a bit annoying, a bit cliched?
Not really. If I'm sending the crying emoji, like 3 or 4 times.
3 or 4 times is acceptable. I'm talking about paragraphs.
It's just vibey. Like, if I add multiple emojis, like a little story. It's like a little movie.
It is, but...
You can imagine something.
It is, but 3 or 4 are enough, don't you think? 5 or 6 even, but I don't think you need to fill up my whole inbox with emojis.
No, I vibe with it. That's fine.
I don't understand how the thumbs up emoji could be passive-aggressive, like Gen Z.
It's a dad emoji.
What?
It's the universal dad emoji. Like, if I text my dad,
I get
hey,
it.
pick me up at 8.
But you see, Gen Z nowadays considers the thumbs up emoji passive aggressive, and it shouldn't be because it just means okay.
Interestingly, this is the first time I'm coming across this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no one has ever told me.
Okay, because
the thumbs up emoji is passive aggressive. I'm sending everyone thumbs up emojis. Oh my God.
Yeah, because nowadays, like, breakups are happening because of it in Gen Z.
Because thumbs up emojis? I'm breaking up with you.
Do you find email redundant? Who uses email nowadays?
I open my emails every day. I check my emails every day.
Oh, well, that's a first from someone from Gen Z. You have all these messaging services. What's the need for email?
I use emails to contact my professors or to reach out to people.
Well, enough of the boring questions. Now let's head towards the spicy questions.
Oh my God.
Double texting. Double texting is basically where I send you a text and you don't reply, so I send you a second text afterwards. Do you think it's desperate?
It really depends on the situation.
Oh, okay.
What if it's a follow-up text?
Yeah, I understand that, but you're like sending 4 messages, 3 messages, like just sending messages just so that the chat can go up in the inbox. Well, I don't really think it's that desperate. It just depends on how much, because after all, everything is relative. Like, if I'm trying to follow up with you, like if I'm trying to coordinate with you, then yeah, fine. But if it's just a casual conversation, then I don't think there's really a need, like when they'll reply when they want to reply. So who messages first? That has become a problem in Gen Z, and not even in Gen Z, in millennials too. They're like, oh my god, he didn't text first, it's a problem now. Or I'm not texting, he should text me first. But I don't really think that's how a relationship or a connection works, because you have to put in the effort.
Yeah.
That person could be busy, or that person, you might not be the only thing savar on that person's head.
Yeah.
So you should check in. And when you check in, that person will reciprocate. And that's how you keep in touch online. You can't just expect for that person to receive a revelation to text you.
But if the same person's texting again and again, if they're the first to text, then that's a problem.
Let's ask you straight up.
Okay.
Do you think being the first one to text is overthinking, or is it a power move?
I don't think much of it. It's fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think much of it.
I don't really think much of it as well. It's just overthinking. It's not really a power move.
Agreed.
Because you see, आपको भी थोड़ी सी effort करनी पड़ती है when you want to keep in touch with someone online. You cannot just, once again, like I said, you can't just expect that it's just going to randomly happen. Like you could say to manifest as well, but yeah, who does that? Like, we're not so desperate that we said manifesting your texts. We have big things to manifest. Big things.
Big things.
Okay, but reply times. Those are also quite strategic, because often you're like, I don't want to reply immediately. Wait an hour, or wait 6 hours, or wait 1 day. Are you personally like that?
No, that's a power move.
Yes, that is
a power move.
That's totally a power move. Do you ever do that?
Not really.
Well, I do that sometimes. That's because I don't want to show a person that I'm always available, because I really am not. Yeah, but you should really teach people how to respect your time. Because if you show them that you're constantly available, and I'm not speaking from a pseudo-modern or pseudo-new age perspective, no. But you see, the thing is that I cannot, it's actually not about me. If I'm showing you that I'm always available, it's going to make my importance less in that person's eyes. So they're going to be like, that person's always available. And then when you're not available and when you're actually busy and not replying, they're going to be like, oh, he's ghosting me. And that's where most problems come up from.
That depends if you're chronically online or not. That's a different thing.
Speaking of which, are you chronically online?
No, not really.
I have deliberately turned some notifications off so that I don't
this is the equivalent of turning your read receipts off.
No, but
Changez, what do you have to hide?
No, it's not what No, I'm talking about my own notifications. Like if I'm trying to sleep early by a certain time, and now my DM is getting flooded, I'm just going to turn my notifications off.
No, that is pseudo turning your read receipts off.
I know, but no, it isn't.
That's subtly turning your read receipts.
No, it isn't.
No.
If I'm busy working, if I'm in an assignment, right? And now I'm getting notifications from a friend, and I want to focus on this assignment. I'm just going to turn off the notifications, otherwise I'll feel compelled to reply. But that doesn't really work for me, because still I end up opening up my Instagram DMs every 10 minutes. There's a lot going on over there. Now let's talk about message length. So basically, often you don't really need to give a paragraph worth of answer. Let's not even say paragraph. Like often, instead of a full answer, people will either react to your message, or they'll just give a one-word answer like K or
Yeah.
Many people find that rude, and I don't really find that rude, because I think it's perfectly fine. I mean, if I'm having a proper conversation with you and you do that, then okay, maybe not. But if it's just a casual thing going on, then I think it's fine. What do you think?
Yeah, if it's a casual conversation, then a short message or a reaction is fine. Other than that, if it's a serious conversation, I've sent a long paragraph, I expect...
I expect it too. That's when it gets rude, because that's not nice, let me tell you. Yeah.
Because then you're putting much thought and consideration.
And often it does reveal something about not the person's character, but the person's mental landscape at the time. Like maybe that person is stressed, maybe that person is anxious, maybe that person's just enjoying life too much and doesn't care to reply. Or maybe that person just doesn't like you anymore. But it's not usually that. Usually, you see, the response you get from a person is not whether they like you or not. It's their mental landscape.
Agreed.
And you see screenshots, right? People just screenshot a conversation. Like you send someone a text and they take a screenshot. So Snapchat notifies you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Horrible.
But WhatsApp doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, I think that every platform should notify you. But there's really no point with the notification, because viewers, I'll give you a tip that I shouldn't be giving you. You know what you should do if you want to screenshot someone's text? Take someone else's phone and take a picture. Simple. No notification sent.
No, it's like I saw this reel on Instagram. This girl, she was scanning her phone on a photocopy machine to get this screenshot.
But do you think it's unethical?
Well, it is unethical. But then again, if I claim I won't tell anyone, my best friend does not count. What about you?
For me, usually I don't end up screenshotting conversations. I mean, I think it's rude. If I get a notification, I'm gonna be like, why did you screenshot that? But I personally do it as well because, well, I don't do it for no reason. But if that person is like, I wouldn't do it with a friend. But if I'm talking to an adversary or someone, then obviously I'm going to screenshot it because I'd gotten into a mess with some very dirty people on messaging platforms like a few months ago. And that really helped me because that was the evidence I had to fight against them. Now we're going to talk about voice messages.
Okay.
I think that, well, voice messages are very convenient. They're easy. Like, instead of a phone call, you can just say whatever you have to say in a voice note and send it. But it's considered annoying nowadays.
I don't find voice notes annoying. I love sending voice notes to my friends because I like hearing people out, like their voices. So I enjoy voice notes. They're like a little podcast for me.
Oh.
But my friend told me that she finds them annoying because then she has to look for her headphones when she's gonna hear out voice notes.
And you know, many people also have complexes. Ki, I don't sound good. Meri awaaz achhi nahi hai. What do I sound like? I think those complexes are rubbish. They're garbage because you should not care what other people think about you. And if that person is thinking something about you based on your voice, shame on that person. They're a horrible person because you do not control your voice.
Agreed.
Yeah. And this is just a personal complex. Nobody really sits with a sound amplifier to analyze each and every segment of your voice. That's not how the world works. And you should be confident of yourself and your voice. Own your voice. I mean, your voice is something so stupid to be awkwarded out by.
Agreed.
Yeah, totally. And now we're going to head towards our last question. Basically, when you end a conversation, when you're done with a conversation, if it's a professional conversation, I'd personally text okay, thank you, or okay, bye. But if I'm texting like friends or cousins or whoever, it just fades and restarts itself the next day. Like, I don't need to say okay, bye because I know that person's just basically gonna jam my DMs at 1 a.m. Yeah. So, but you know, there are generational gaps. So if you're talking to someone from an older generation, they might find that rude. Like, I don't find it rude, but I don't know about you.
No, I don't find rude as well. It's fine.
When we had phones, there was obviously a certain protocol to phone someone. Like, you couldn't phone at 1 a.m. But now, like after a certain time. But now, since we have texts, people text at any time. And there are some people who think it's indecent to text at a certain hour, but I don't really think so because, like, really, why?
It really depends on the comfort level you have with the other person.
Yeah, really depends. Like, if it's some acquaintance or someone who I know professionally, not really. Okay, so now we will head for our rapid fire round. I'm going to ask you some questions and you're going to have to answer instantly.
Oh my God.
You don't have any time to think. And if you take time, I'm sorry. We're going to have to stop. Double texting, confident or desperate?
Confident.
Voice notes, legit or annoying?
Legit.
Scene zoning, savage or rude?
Savage.
One-word replies, normal or disrespectful?
Normal.
Sending memes or reels instead of talking, cute or lazy?
Lazy.
Replying after 2 days, favorable or cancelled?
Cancelled.
Too many emojis, fun or cringe?
Fun.
Okay, so thank you so much for joining us. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, Changez. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye.